Hello, 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 beautiful people of DD Iganes King. How are you doing? Ha ha! Yes, yes, it's quite a while. Right, it's quite a while. I've been so busy. Yeah, DD Iganes King is in the building. Today, I want to deliberate on something. I want us to talk about it together. All right? Bad mothers. Bad mothers. I don't know why some mothers are so bad that they just think of themselves alone. Okay? So if you have a mother that just think of herself alone, she wants you to be doing every damn thing for her, and you now find out that even though you try to extend your giving to your extended family, she is not happy with you. She is always angry, trying to cause problems in the house. What would you do? If you have a bad mother that always want to pick up fights or quarrel from one person to another within the family or friends or neighborhood, what would you do as a son? What would you do as a daughter? Are you going to still have that mother-child relationship, or you will tell her off and tell her to stay away from you? I'm going somewhere, guys. All right? There are some mothers that when you give them money, financial assistance, they will be happy. Even though they are there condemning you that you are not doing anything for them, you are trying all you could, your possible best to still give out the little you can. They will condemn you. They don't find anything good from you. But when you still try to even give to extended family, that same mother will come after the family members, meaning she don't want you to help extended family financially, only herself. So if you have that kind of mother, because it's a question I ask, if you have that kind of mother, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Are you going to talk to your mom? And what if you have been talking to your mom? You've been telling her that you don't like the way of life she is living. It is not her money, but it's your hard-earned currency you are giving out. You are stretching to people in your own little way. And she is not also seeing reasons with that. But she accepts every penny, every thousands, every millions you give to her wholeheartedly. She will not tell you that, this is what you are doing. It's too much now. How are you managing to get all this money? But when you try to extend to family or friends and she finds out, not that you told her, she finds out in one way or the other how she knew, you don't know. Then she went to be attacking those family members and friends. What are you going to do as a son? What are you going to do as a mother? Will you just fold your hands and watch your mother try to control you? You don't live with her anymore. You are on your own. Will you just keep as in dying in silence? That because people will always say, mama is mama in Africa where I come from, and that word pissed me off a lot. Mama is mama. Okay, because mama is mama, then things should be going wrong because mother is mother. I tell people, That adage, they say mothers are supreme. It is totally wrong, because it's not all mothers that are supreme. I will say in my own words that good mothers are the ones that are supreme. We have bad mothers in the society who think of themselves, who want the downfall of their children, even though they carry that child in the womb for 9 months. They pass through conception, they pass through early morning sicknesses, pains, and all that. At the end of the day, they went into the labor room and had their baby. We still have mothers that don't love their children, whether people like it or not. We have to be frank and sincere. We have to be candid about this, because we have some bad mothers that are just camouflaging. All they just want from that their child is just the finance, the money aspect. They don't love that child. Nothing good they will talk about that child. Even if that child is trying his or her possible best to put food on the table for the mother, to put smile and joy in the life of the mother, put smile on the face of the mother, some bad mothers will go extra miles to be condemning their children. These are children that they said they carried in their womb. My God, why are some mothers so bad? People will always say, "D, why are you always attacking women?" They don't know what some women are doing. That is why the news I am getting is not about bad, but I have more of bad news from women than that of good. So as it comes, I present it. Okay? As it comes, that is how I present it to the public. How can a mother, you said you are a mother, when your child gives you money, you will be happy. When your child gives money to your to our immediate siblings, our immediate family that are flesh and blood with you, you will be happy. But when your child stretches out her money or his money to extended families, to friends, without your consent, and you get to know, you will be angry. You will go to that person and pick a fight over money that is not your own. You are a bad mother. That is the kind of mother I will call the hypocrite kind of mother. But when you are in front of that your child, you will be smiling. You will be giving praises, raining praises on that your child. But when that your child is left, you from to a destination or his destination, okay, where he or she based, you will now start tarnishing the image of your child, and you will have a black sheep amongst your children. And that your black sheep that is not even giving you a dime, that is not doing anything meaningful for you, is the one that you rain all good praises on. You are a bad and a hypocrite mother. Any person hearing the sound of my voice or will come across this video, if you are in that category as a mother, you don't love all your children equally, because there are some people that love some of their children more than some. I will say it's totally wrong. Well, if that is how they choose, it's all about choice. They have the reasons why they have favorite children, but don't make it to be obvious, because it will bring jealousy and hatred amongst your children. Is that what you want as a mother? You want your children to grow up hating themselves, creating enmity between themselves, having animosity amongst themselves. Is that what you want? And you said you are a mother? You have a black sheep in the family as a child who doesn't even take good care of you, who doesn't give you a dime, who doesn't mind whether you exist. But the little penny you're getting from other of your children who are sending you monthly allowance, you are still giving your full grown child that is supposed to be under a man's roof, or that is supposed to be under his roof, money as upkeep. Is that a good thing? And if you don't do that, you might have the insult or the beating of your life. But when you have a child that gives you wholeheartedly, you will be there as a mother telling the whole world or whoever that cares to listen that that child doesn't take good care of you. and you call yourself a mother. The most annoying part of it is that when you give this so-called set of mothers your hard-earned currency, they don't appreciate it. They will only camouflage in front of you, but behind you, they are backstabbing you. Behind you, they are slashing you. Behind you, they are calling you all manner of names that is not pleasant to the ears. And when they find out that you have even extended your hands of finance to your extended families, they will go haywire. My good God, is it your money? Is it your money, or are you going to tell me or tell whoever that stretches hand to people how to run their life or how to spend their money? You have done your bit as a mother, having me or having that person as a child, nurturing the child until the child grows into teenagehood and now adulthood. But you don't have the right to rule the finance or control the finance of your children as a mother or as a father. You don't have the right. That child is no longer under your roof, that you will say, okay, you have controls. That is why today in the society, you see many children, by the time they abscond from their mothers, their evil and bad mothers, they find it difficult. They find it very, very difficult to come back home or to have anything to do with their parents. You won't even hear from them. It is only the girl child. If you want to take statistics today of children who are grown up adults that have left their parents' house for greener pastures, if you want to take the statistics today, it is only the girl child that remembers back home. Most guys don't remember back home, because when they remember all what they have gone through from the hands of their evil and wicked mother, how their mother have been controlling them right from childhood, and also want to have a control over their life even in their adulthood, by the time they have the opportunity to leave home, you will not hear from that male son. For donkey years, you will not hear from him. Whether he is alive, you don't know. Whether he is dead, you don't know. It is because of what you have planted as a bad mother inside of that son that made that son to stay and abstain from you totally for that long. If we only take the grace of God and prayers, if only you as a bad mother will even do that. Because come to think of it, mothers like this, they don't even care. They don't care because they have their favorites in their amongst their offspring. They have their favorite, and most of the time, the favorites are the ones I tag the black sheep. So even if that favorite travels out for just 1 week, that bad mother will not be herself. But when you see the one that is trying its possible best, trying her possible best to make sure the mother looks good, to make sure the mother eats well, to make sure the mother is living an affordable life, anything she cries for, at least that child is there to give out or give a listening ear to the mother. That mother will not even pray for that child. That mother will not even want anything good or better to come from that child. What she only wants from that child is the finance, money, 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 money. Fine and good. The Bible made us to understand that we should train up a child in the way he should go, and when he's old, he will not depart from it. Train up your children in the Lord, the way they should go, and when they are old, they will not depart from it. That is why they said no place like home. But nowadays, I still think that there is home outside home. Because when you come from a bad home and you have the opportunity to leave that home, and God made it as destiny demands, you went to somewhere where people embrace you, your new family, who are your friends, now embrace you into the familyhood. You will now know that sometimes home is not home. Okay? That is when you are from a bad family. But when you are from a good family, home, sweet home, you will always remember back home. You will always remember where you come from. But when things are not working fine for you, you have a bad mother who is always bad mouthing you, or you have a bad father who has always been raining abuses and curses on you, and you are opportune to leave them, my dear, then home is not sweet home, because you can start a better life elsewhere where you have happiness. Home is supposed to be where you have happiness, a good family. They say a good family stands for each other. A good family is supposed to stand in test of time until death do you part. One after the other, the generation will be going, but the good family name still lingers. All right. There are some good families that their children are in the diaspora. It's the family members that contributed money to send their children abroad. They don't want them to pass through the back door, whereby people go through, and sometimes is how many percent that survive it. Do you know how many persons have lost their life trying to relocate from Africa to European country or America and other developed country for greener pastures? Do you know how many persons have died on the high sea that their corpse were not even seen? Their parents are still believing God that their children will come back one day, not knowing that the children are dead long ago and their body has been eaten by sharks and dolphins. So what are we talking about? All this is just because they want to please people. They want to please people. You want to please your parents. How many times are you going to do that just because you have a mother, or just because you have a father that brought you into planet Earth? So you don't have your own personal life to live anymore. You don't have your own savings for your immediate family. You don't have your own savings for your unborn child, all because you want to please family in Africa. Miss Modella, you are welcome. Good evening. Good to see you. Thank you. Thank you for the thumbs up. Thank you very much. Okay, so the bad mothers, which I call hypocrites, should stop that. It pains me a lot when I hear that bad mothers will accept money from their children, but when that their children try to stretch out their hands to extended family that need finance, they will be angry. They will be angry. Everybody cannot go to school. Okay, if God have destined you that yes, this is how you will make it in life. It's not, if you want to even take statistics today, people who are millionaire, most of them did not even see the four corners of university. Most of them did not see the four corners of university. So why are Nigerian mothers, the bad ones, always think of themselves alone? They don't care the kind of life their children are living in the diaspora, whether they are prostitutes, don't care. All they want to know is send money back home. They don't care to know whether their son are into hard drugs pushing. All they need to know is that, Moses, I want you to give me my monthly upkeep. And if Moses managed to do that, and they find out that even the extended family, Moses still managed to even give €1, €10, €100, that bad mother will go extra miles, ready to even book the next available bus to the village to go and have a fight, because their son in diaspora sent an extended family money, or their daughter in the diaspora sends an extended family money. Why are Nigerian mothers like that? Why are Nigerian mothers so wicked? Most of them are so wicked that they think of themselves alone in this planet Earth, that nobody knows tomorrow, that death is inevitable. Do you know, had it been people know when they will die, most millionaires would have been under 6 feet today. They would have paid their way through. Somebody like Michael Jackson, popular Michael Jackson, a big celebrity, a star, that guy wouldn't have died. So Nigerian bad mothers should remove this notion of themselves alone. It is very, very wrong. It is very wrong. Even though your children are in the diaspora, whether they pass through back door, whether you are the one that managed to borrow money from your meeting or any organization, or whether your child is self-sponsored to travel abroad, if that your child have the spirit of giving, I'm begging Nigerian bad mothers, remove your eyes from that child. What you need to do as a good mother is for you to put your feet on the floor and be praying for the betterment and the prosperity of that your child, because the child is not even living with you. You know how far Africa is from anywhere you base. Do you know how far Africa is? So it is different if you are living with your parents in Africa. Let me just say you are living in Delta State while your parents reside in River State. Okay, within few hours you are there. But when you are living miles away from your parents, as a good parent, especially the mothers that they are saying, good mothers are supreme. You are supposed to be praying for your children and not to be angry that your child sends money to a relative. Not to be angry. And this same child have given you your own. So why will you not remove your eyes? Why would you want to have control over your child even till adulthood? It is very, very wrong. It is very, very wrong. I thank God I am a mother. I always say this, that if at old age I will make my children to be a liability, that God, with his infinite mercy, should take my life on time, because I don't want to live, make my children to be a liability. Never. I don't want it. I hate it when mothers who are mother-in-law will not allow their daughter-in-law to have happiness in their home. You are married, you are controlling your home, and now because you are the mother of your son or you are the mother of your daughter, you also want to control that your daughter's home. You also want to control that your son's home. Even though you breastfed that child, it is very, very wrong, because the Bible made us to understand that the man will leave the parents' house and cleave to a wife, a woman, and two of them will become one. I have never seen in the Bible, because we follow Bible scriptures, okay? We follow what is written in the Bible. I have never seen in the Bible that says that a man will leave the parents together and cleave to a woman and all of them will become one. I have never seen that. I have never read a book like that. And it can never be. So African mothers should remove this notion and this kind of prognosing affairs. They want to know how the daughter-in-law is faring. They want to they like meddling in every affairs of their children. Because you are a mother, not because you are my mother, you will have control over my life. No way, I will not accept it. Me Didi that is talking here will not accept that my mother will have control, total control over my life. My mother can have control. That was then, when I was still living with her. As far I am no longer with her, it's not everything a child will take from the parents. Yes, you can confide in your parents if you have good one. But if you know you don't have a good parent, I'm telling you, try as much as possible not to open up what I call your belly to your mother, or your belly to your father, or your belly to your siblings. Even though you are flesh and blood, even though you are twins from the same placenta, don't do that if you are from a bad family. Let your success speak for you. Anything you are doing, keep it within yourself if you are from a bad family. Because we have so many bad mothers that like prognosing in their children's affairs. And when I hear things like this, it pains me to my bone. Oh, hello, Nancy. Good evening. Quite a while. Thank you for coming. Thank you. Thank you for the thumbs up. Thank you. You're welcome. It pains me when I hear stories like this from bad mothers. Okay? So if you are from a good home, bless the name of the Lord. I am good, my dear. I'm good. I'm good. Thank God. Quite a while. Work, they hide me. Oh, I'm on time off today. That is why. I said, let me come and do this video. Okay? So I am talking about a mother that always think of herself alone. When her children gives her money, she will be happy. You will see her being joyful. Okay? But when her children extend that finance to extended family, not that the extended family rag that child, or not that the extended family demand money from that child. From the goodwill, the child will say, okay, let me just help an uncle, or let me just give an auntie $100. And the mother now come to realize, find out that her child extended some money to a relative, and she got upset and started making a fight with the family members. Is that a good thing? Is that a good mother? You should be happy. Yes. Most mother doesn't care about their children. Most mother doesn't care about their children. My dear Miss Modella, any mother that doesn't care about their children, that mother doesn't love that child. That is the bottom truth. That is the bottom line. We have to be candid. Let's call a spade a spade. Do you know what it takes to be a good mother? A good mother will go extra miles. I love this popular song, Sweet Mother. I will never forget you for the suffer when you suffer for me. Sweet mother, I will never forget you for the suffer when you suffer for me. When I not eat, my mother no go eat. When I no chop, my mother no go chop. She no dey tire, oh sweet mother. For the suffer when you suffer for me. My dear, it's not every mother. Sweet mother, the ones we say mothers are supreme, they will go to extra miles for their children. But let me tell you something, guys. Don't say that because you bore your children, you are the one that carried the children for 9 good months plus in your womb, means that you have 100% love for that child. It's not true. It is not true. That is why you will see some mothers, they will say, this is my favorite child. And they do it obviously. Anything they are doing for that child, right from childhood until teenagehood, until adulthood. Even the siblings within themselves will know that, mommy doesn't love me. Mommy only love a boy, or mommy only love the girl. Okay, so I will react to that statement. You said that most mother doesn't care about the children. Most mothers that don't care about their children, they don't love those set of children. That is the truth. Because if you love your child, you will care about your child. Even as an adult, you will be praying for your child until death do you part. What is the prayers we are talking about? That your child should be better off than you. If you are a millionaire before, that God, with his infinite mercy, should make your child a billionaire. Okay? If you are married before to a Tanzanian, that your child's husband that she will meet one day should be a millionaire. That is the thing. Not that because you are a millionaire, you will not be praying for the downfall of your child. That I am a millionaire, so I don't want my child to supersede me. I don't want my child to excel. And since I am a millionaire, my child should be a thousandaire or in hundreds. It is wrong. That is from a bad mother. So our prayers is that our children should be better off than us. That is the thing. If you are not privileged to go to the university before, you did not see the four corners of the university, you should be praying that your child should even go more than that. Your child should go to the university and even upgrade to the master's level, or even PhD, if the money is there and the wisdom is there as well. Okay? Not because you went to, there are some people in Nigeria that did not go to school. Even the elementary school, they did not. But they train their children with akara ball. This bean ball, they fry it by the roadside, street markets. Do you know how many Nigerians that have graduated, when they tell you that this is where my mother paid my school fees from? You will marvel. I have seen lots of them. Bole. There's what we call bole in Nigeria, roasted plantain. Mothers will be under the sun, under the rain, roasting bole to pay the university school fees, or the polytechnic school fees, or college of education, simply because they did not go to school. If they had gone to school, I don't think they would have been under the rain roasting bole. Okay? Even though they don't work in the office, at least they would have had a good business. They would have had a shop of their own. It's just because they were not privileged to go to school. So good mothers like that, you will see, they will go extra miles for their children. Whatever the pepper seller, the vegetable seller, periwinkle seller, their children are in higher institution because they want the best for that child. They were not privileged to do that. But I am talking about mothers that, even though they went to school or they did not go to school, what they are after for children they never loved is just to get the finance from that child. And they are not happy with that child. And let me tell you something, guys. Okay? If you don't know your family very, very well, then I wonder who you will know. Is it your friend? All of us are from families, okay? We did not fall from space. We all came from one family or the other, and two things are involved. It's either you are from a bad family or a good family. The opposite of good is bad. If you are from a good family, glory be to God. I am doing this video for those that are from bad families. We should know that, yes, your mother is bad. You don't need a soothsayer to tell you that your mother is bad. You don't need a soothsayer to tell you that your father is bad or evil. Okay? Because this is something you have been seeing. You grew up with it. You've lived with it. And until you now became an adult, you now decided to take destiny into your hands and say, enough is enough. Since I am under your roof and you don't like me, then let me do whatever I want to do with my life. That is what I am talking about. But I am making this video in anger because of what is on my table. A bad mother who went and fought a family member because the child sent money to this family member. Don't forget that this mother is placed on monthly allowance every month. And this family member, the child just said, okay, let me just help this person. How the mother got to know, nobody knows. Because the person never disclosed to the mother that this is what I want to do for a relative. But the mother got to know that, my child sent you money. So that means behind my back, you've been demanding money from that child. And whereas it's not true. So what is wrong to give a helping hands to people? That's what I am talking about. Hello, Clement. Good evening. I pray for my children to be far better than me in life. My sister, yes. Miss Modella, that is how it's supposed to be. That is how it's supposed to be. Where we have not achieved or where we have not reached, our children should go. Okay? Most of us that are in the diaspora, our parents don't even know what aeroplane is, what airplane is. They only see it in the sky. They've not been privileged to even go to the airport to board a plane, a domestic flight. All right? So the ones now that their children are in the diaspora that travel through air flights, because I've talked about the backdoor, the backdoor traveling abroad earlier on, so I don't want to repeat it. They will be happy as a good mother. You should be happy. Okay? that your child now is not even flying within domestic airways. She or he is flying international. So as a good mother, you're supposed to be praying for the blessing and prosperity of that child. That's what I'm talking about, and not to condemn that child. So if that child peradventure have any little thing when it comes to finance to extend to extended family, why will you complain? So are you telling me now that it is bad to give? Almsgiving is in the Bible. Okay, it is even in the Bible, it's recorded in the Bible that it is even more blessed to give than to receive. There are some people that if they don't give for 1 week, they will have this, they will have this phobia. You know what phobia is? When you have phobia for something, you are not good at. Okay, like somebody like me, I have phobia for flying. No matter how far that distance is, I cannot sleep in that flight. Never. I have phobia. I have fear for air. All right, for heights. So that is how it is. So are you telling me now that giving now it is wrong to give? African mothers that are wicked, that just want for themselves alone. They just want their children to be doing things for them alone. They want their children to build house for them. They want their children to buy motor for them. They want their children to do the best of the best for them. How the children get the money, they don't care. Okay? They just think of themselves alone. And when that child sends just a little peanut compared to what she is giving you or he is giving you, you get upset. I find it difficult that a mother won't love her own flesh and blood. How can she love another like a child of another? Okay. Host, I am here but busy. No problem. JJ Gaming Squad, good evening. Good evening, thank you. Okay, City Girl, thank you, thank you. How can it be? Well, you've said it all. How can it be? Do you know how many bad mothers that have been siphoning from their children that are in the diaspora? Their children are in diaspora. They will be sending money to Africa. Mama, please do this for me. Or Papa, do this for me. Or brother, do this for me. Sister, do this for me. They will be snapping people's property, deceiving their own flesh and blood. Do you know how many Nigerians, how many Africans that have had heart attack when they find out that they don't have a property in Africa? Because most people in the diaspora at old age, they will want to relocate back to Africa. They will want to go back to their motherland. Then what do you have to show for? After donkey years you have been abroad, you have families that you rely on, that you thought they were doing things for you. At the end of the day, everything are voicemail. You know what we call voicemail? When you make a message, you call in somebody and the person is not available, the person will now put it on voicemail and answering machine. Everything is voicemail. You will be dumbfounded that, so my mother did this to me, or my father did this to me. So count yourself lucky if you are from a good family that does things for you wholeheartedly. Count yourself lucky. There are 1,001 persons that all their finance, all what they work for abroad have gone down the drain like that. Because what? They did not study their family members. Now my mama, my mama no go fit do this for me. My mama no go fit do that for me. Or now my papa, my papa cannot do this for me. My papa cannot do that for me. I trust my father. I trust my elder brother. I trust my twin sister. Yes, so I send them 10 million naira for them to buy me 5 plots of land. Really? What is there? You cannot walk to any land and snap, forge documents, and DHL or through email. And you will believe that this is real, that yes, you have property abroad. Then when you manage to go back home, It's either some of them, bad families, will be planning to delete you because they know that you are coming to expose them. Or better still, they will be praying against you, remembering to go home. Do you know how many Nigerians that have forgotten their roots, that don't think about their property they left in Nigeria? Because some families have prayed against them, thinking about that all what they have in Nigeria now belongs to them. Bad family. Do you know how many families that have prayed, that have gone to juju shrine to try to put a spell on their own flesh and blood so that they will not remember anything in Africa? Do you still know how many families that have also put a spell that you, as a child that is in the diaspora, you must be sending this so amount all the time to Africa? When it's not easy here in diaspora, it's not easy, especially during the cold time. You will not go and tell your employer now that you cannot come to work. That is to say, you are not ready to work. So it is very, very good for us to know our family, where we come from. If you are from a good family, glory be to God for that. Thank God if you are from a good family. But if you are from a bad family, what do you need to do? You need to put your two legs on the ground and pray without ceasing. Pray without ceasing. Call whoever that is trying to bring you down in your family. It could be anybody. It could be anybody. Call the person by name. Take aggressive decision. But don't allow what happened to your parents to befall you. Never. God forbid. You are from a poor home and you still expect your children to suffer? Most of us are from poor homes. That is why we decided to go abroad to look for greener pastures. And some of us now started making babies. So do you want what you have gone through when you were in Africa to befall your children and you said you are a good mother? People, when them born with silver spoon, they don't get two head. Now destiny. Destiny, that is how God destined them to be. Then another thing is hard work. Okay? Destiny can be changed, but it cannot be denied. So if that is how God says you will be, and you do hard work, you work very hard, that destiny go change. It go change. That destiny will change. If you work very hard with prayers, you took aggressive decision, make aggressive prayers to God, you cry that God, the suffer I suffered in my mother's house, the suffer I suffered in my father's house, going to school barefooted, going to school with one uniform in the whole of the week. I don't want my children to go through that. God will answer prayers. Our God is a merciful God. There is nobody that is as merciful as God. Our God still keep answering prayers. Is a prayer answered God. So when you pray, all right, for the betterment of your children, that what you pass through, you don't want your children to go through that, God will answer it. God will change that delay. God will change that bad destiny before for you. But if you just sit down, you are not doing anything, you are not praying hard, you are not even working hard to help yourself, is it your children now that you will now help? It's not. How can that be possible? At the end of the day, they will grow up to become nuisance in the society. That is why in Nigeria we have so many nuisance and ruffians, because our parents are so weak. They are so weak. They cannot they cannot take a drastic decision. I love the way they live their life in diaspora. Do you know that in the diaspora, if a child misbehaves or a father finds out that that child is a gangster or is in what we call gang or cultist in Nigeria, that father or mother can go and report to the police. How many mothers will do it in Nigeria? All we do is to hide our children, hide evil. How many mothers will take the boldness to go to the police and report her child that my child is this, my child is that? How many mothers? Because what? They know what they are getting from that their child. They know that if they do that, that allowing that money that is coming is gone. And that child might be behind bars for the rest of his or her life. It depends on the gravity of offense. Okay? I was watching a movie yesterday, being October 1st, 2020. It was the white man that went to report his son. He went to report his son when he find out that a gun was hidden in the bedroom of his son. He went to report. They showed it on television, crime fight. He went to report his son. Then the police came to arrest the son, and they did the investigation, and behold, that gun was used to delete somebody. How many black parents will do that? All we want to do is to combine, hide. But we want to take money from children we don't love. That is the relationship a bad mother have with the child. Just to grab money. That is what they are after. They don't love that child. They don't want anything good from that child. Only money. That is what they just want from that their child. A lot of wickedness going on in that country called Nigeria. My sister, Nancy, that is the thing, oh. That is the thing. I am not against alms giving. Okay, if you are led in the spirit to give alms, you give alms, because it is recorded in the Bible that it's even more blessed to give than to receive. You will see philanthropists that gives is in their blood. They love giving. It's not because they want to show off. No, it's not show off. You will see that philanthropists that gives, the more they give, the more money comes in. Dangote, the richest black African, do you know how many goodness that guy have done to people he doesn't know? Do you know how many smile he has put on faces of people? Do you know how many hunger he has removed from the streets? Do you know how many street boys and girls that man have removed as well, that he doesn't even know them? Even in so-called federal government, do you know things that Dangote have done to Nigeria government? The other day, I saw some fleet of cars, customized Dangote, like this American spec of cars, given to military SAS. And I was told that it's not only in Port Harcourt he did that. Go to Port Harcourt International Airport, you will see a beautiful camera, even in Lagos State too, donated by Dangote. So what am I trying to say in essence? We are talking about giving here. So when a child gives, bad mothers, it's not your money. Allow your child to give. Allow your child to give, even though you are the one that trains the child, you are the one that sponsors the child to become a medical doctor that is receiving the highest pay, or to become a flight pilot or a sailor or whatever. Okay, remove your eyes from your children's finance. As far they are giving you your own, what rightfully belongs to you, you as a mother, as you say you are a mother, you are supposed to be praying for your children going out and they are coming in, that no weapon formed against them shall prosper, that whatever money they release to people should not be used against them, and not for you to be fighting people that your children decide to help financially because you want all the money to yourself. It is wrong. Hypocrite mother. Hypocrite mother. It's all over you. When you see them, it is obvious. It is obvious. No matter what you do to them, they don't like you as a child. They don't like you. They don't like you. But you will find out that the child that they love, who is the black sheep of the family, who is selling their wrapper that you manage to buy, who sells their trinkets that you manage to send over to Africa, is that child that they love the most, the black sheep of the family. I'm talking of Nigerian mothers now, precisely. The black sheep of the family. You will see a Nigerian mother that have a bad, notorious child, okay, that sells her properties here and there. You cannot even talk as a mother because the child might even end up beating you up. But you will see that it is that child that is the mother's favorite. Is the mother's favorite. Except when God now says that, okay, it's high time I want to turn this child into a new leaf. Because I have seen somebody that was so bad when I was a growing teenager. When I mean bad, that guy was so bad, doing all sorts of things to the parents, okay? But maturity came in, it settled down and turned a good leaf. When the parents eventually died, it was that person that stood, that really brought good money for that burial. The rejected stone now is now the cornerstone of the house. Because that guy then was something else. Okay? But he was the one that brought good money for the parents' burial. Because he has changed now. Then he will recall all what he had made the parents gone through, all the talking, all the cursing, all the selling of properties here and there, all the troubles he have caused the parents. All right, as God will want to have it, he now became financially independent, and it's okay. Okay, so that is how it is as bad mothers. This message is for bad mothers. If you know you are that kind of a bad mother that think of yourself alone, you don't want the happiness of your children. Your children are willing to help out in their own little ways to friends and family, something very little, and you are taking it personal that your children are not supposed to give to extended family, that your children are not supposed to give to relative. You are a bad mother. You need to seek the face of God for total repentance, and God should forgive your soul. Because if you drop dead today, I don't know your own relative, your children are helping that doesn't have, you are going to fight them that they are demanding from your children. And these people are not demanding from your children. They did not beg your children money. It's your children that just decided to help in their own good will. Okay? And I don't see anything wrong to help people. If you have, I don't see anything wrong. All right? You might not even have enough. You will still want to. Because even in the Bible, the lady that gave the last coin, she doesn't have food in the house. But she gave her last coin wholeheartedly. So what is there? Is it your money? That is my annoyance here. Is it your money? So just because you have a son or you have a daughter, then you want to have the total control over her finance or over his finance because you are the one that gave birth to that child. Foul. It is wrong. So if you are in that category, you come across this video, you hear the sound of my voice, you are that kind of a bad mother that want to monitor your children's finance. I want to monitor your children's marriage, whether they are happy in the marriage, whether they are not happy in the marriage, whether their husbands are taking good care of them, whether their wives are not taking good care of them, whether their husbands are cheating, whether their wives are not cheating. Remove your eyes from your children. You have done your bit as a mother. What you need to do, if really you love those children, is for you to continue to pray for them. It's for you to continue to pray for them, because another prayer in our lives is that the children will bury the parents. Children will bury the parents. So it is not good for a parent to bury the child. Children are supposed to bury the parents at old age. Okay, give the parents a befitting burial, not the other way round. So if you know you want to live long, for your children to bury you as it's supposed to be, eh? Remove eyes from your children body. Allow them to be. Anything they give to you, accept it. If they want to help the whole world, remove eye from their body. Okay, is their money. Dangote now that is helping the whole world. Dangote that is even there can even lend to nation if he choose to. I think he started giving right from when he had little, because it's in the blood. When he had little, but look at him today, he's a successful businessman. The uncle that borrowed him the money he started business with, Uncle Dandata. Dangote today is richer than Dandata. So that is how it is. Okay, good family we are talking about. It's not even every family that would have done that. When he went to meet the uncle for money to lend to start up a business, the uncle would have said, I don't have, or better still, procrastinate, be deceiving him. But the uncle gave him that money, gave him listening ears, and said, okay, take this for a start. Is it not a good thing? He's richer than that his uncle today. Is it not a thing of joy? He is the one even saying it, the Dangote himself. He is the one saying it, that it was his uncle that made him who he is today. Okay, that all respect and adoration goes to that his uncle, because if the uncle said he doesn't have, nobody knows what would have become. It's either maybe he would have been a street boy, or maybe he would have joined a bad gang or something to look for quick money. But the uncle, aside giving him a listening ears, also decide to give him the finance that he demanded for. How many Nigerians will do that? How many families will do that? When you are in need of something and you know you want to use it to get something positively, you went to your family member, because you believe in that person, that person can afford whatever you are demanding. At the end of the day, the person will let you down. The person he will let you down. He will say he doesn't have. Mind you, in one of my videos, I talked about I discourage people from borrowing money to people, okay? Because I find out that people don't return money when they borrow money from friends or family. So it's better you give what you can let go, okay? If somebody meets you before for 100,000 naira that he or she wants to use to start up business or for school fees or one thing or the other, and you know that that person will not return that money, and you don't want to have conflict or problem with that person, so all you need to do is you can split the money. But if you know you have the 100,000 naira, that if you release that money and the money is not returned back, it will not shake anything from your account, it will not touch you a dime, your bank account balance will still be gidigba there, then you can release the 100,000. But if you know that it will affect something, I will always say, don't release the whole 100,000. Just follow your heart and share. Then release whatever you want to release. If you get the money back, fine and good. If you don't get, just know that you have sacrificed that. All right. But when you know people that you can lend money and they will give you back, there are some families that are good. I will still keep saying it. Some families are good. When you give them money, they will give you back. Then, if you have that money, you can give. All right, you can give, but don't give what you cannot let go. Don't give what will pain you. That is what I am talking about. What will pain you, that at the end of the night you will have sleepless night regretting, oh God, Oh, what kind of mistake did I make now? Why did I give Amaka this 100,000? Oh, I wanted to do a big girl or a big boy. Now, hey, I don't fuck up big time. I won't have given Amaka this money. Oh, it will be paining you. At the end of the day, you will think and think and think. Like me now, was it not 3 days ago? I lost 30 pounds. I lost it. It pained me. Yes, it pained me because I was telling my husband that if I had given this money as a gift, I will know that it's a gift. How the money fell from my pocket, I don't know. 30 pounds, which is equivalent to close to 16,000 naira in Nigeria currency. All right. And that is the first money I've ever misplaced here in the diaspora. All right. So if I had given out that money, I would say, yes, I have put this person in budget and this is what I am releasing. So it will not hurt me. But when somebody pick my hard earned currency, and more especially, maybe the person that picked the money knows you or saw the money falling out from your pocket and he or she did not call you that, hello, something fell out from you. The person just took it. Like the prayer I made, I said, if somebody in need of the money saw the money and picked the money, all right, no problem. But not somebody that is not in need of the money. You just want to get me, and maybe peradventure the money fell and you saw where the money is falling from out of my pocket and you did not call to my attention. That was what I said. But if it's somebody, maybe an aged person, a homeless person, or whatever, that really need money badly, that saw that 30 pounds, which is equivalent to close to over 16,000 naira Nigeria currency, the person picks it to put food on the table for himself and his family or for the children, let that money go, no problem. That is how I am. All right, but not somebody that doesn't need the money and you picked the money. And some people will know that this money is falling from you, but if it is your handkerchief that fell from you and you are in front, they will call back your attention and say, look, this handkerchief just fell from your pocket. But when it's money, they will just keep quiet, pick it, put it inside their pocket and go and spend. So, guys, that is how it is. Thank you guys for coming. Thank you so much. I better go. Miss Modella, thank you for coming in. Nancy, thank you. City Baby, I appreciate your presence as well. So that is what I say. Let me come and offer to you guys. So I will go and end with this song. Sweet mother, I no go forget you for the suffer when you suffer for me, yeah, yeah. Sweet mother, I no go forget you for the suffer when you suffer for me, yeah, yeah. When I no chop, my mother no go chop. When I no sleep, my mother no go sleep. She no dey tire, oh sweet mother. I no go forget you for the suffer that you suffer for me, yeah, yeah. Stop, 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 make you no cry again, no. Na so e be. That is how good mothers supposed to do. When their children are sick, they are running helter-skelter. They will say, I wish I am the one that is sick. When their children are in need of something, they run helter-skelter, even if it's to buy credit, and say, I wish my children will not go through what I have gone through. That is how sweet, good mothers supposed to be. And not the other way round, not condemning your children's efforts because you don't love them, not tarnishing the image of your children because you don't adore them, not saying good things to your children because they have not started giving you money or because they have not started giving you material things, knowing fully well that they have not arrived financially. You are there condemning that your child who have not arrived financially, that you are stupid, you are good for nothing, you are an oh no, though your mate Monica have bought plots of land for the mother, your mate Emeka have built houses for the parents. What are you good at? Smoking, living a kind of vagabond and hooligan kind of life. That is how some bad mothers are raining curses on their children. Let me tell you, even in the Bible, it said this our tongue have the power of life and death in it. The power of life and death in it. If you say your child is a fool, okay, that child will grow up to be a fool. But if you rain good praises that I am seeing the president in the year so in you, I am seeing you as a billionaire wife. I am seeing you as somebody that will go to places. I am seeing you as a great artist. That is how it will be. It will follow your children. Okay? So when you start proclaiming things, positive things for your children, good names, start calling them good names right from time, it will follow them. Most people that are billionaire today, that are known in the society today, most of them don't have a financial background. They are from poor homes. Some of them are even pauper, but they work hard and they broke that chain. They took the bull by the horn that says, enough is enough. I want to break the spirit of poverty in my family. Okay, even though people don't have cars in my family, that God, I will be the first person to drive a car. Even though people have not been called landlord and landladies, I will be the first to own a property. Even though I, as a child, I am not a land child, or my siblings are not land children, how I call them land children, that I will have houses and my children as well will be land children. That is how it's supposed to be. We're supposed to speak positivity. We're supposed to speak good tidings in our lives and that of our spouse and children, that of our family. We have to do that. All right. So, guys, I'm going now. Thank you for coming in. See you some other time, God willing. Good. Bye. See you tomorrow. Goodbye for now.